What's up, Lyfe Cast family, my tribe, my people? How are we doing? It's Lennon, Tattooed Guru, coming back with another video. So we just finished learning about what I call the 8 principles of the 3 flames. And we know the 3 flames are the body, the mind, and the soul, right? And we know that all 3 of these flames, when we can get them firing together and feeding, they feed into one another, right? And they can rage in this controlled inferno of happiness, of health, of prosperity, of success, of you name it. And these principles, these are the 8 general ideas that I feel when you can implement them into your lives, make an infinite amount of difference. And I'm asked throughout this process a number of times, how did I come up with these 8 things? And I think the best way to kind of look at it is start about a year ago. So about a year ago, I got divorced, or at least that's what we decided to do. Hard stuff, right? Don't wish anybody to go through it. But in that pain came something beautiful in a sense. And it was really a time that I really needed to dig deep within myself. Because I understand that as part of my relationship died, I have a big part to do with that, right? I have half. The death of the relationship was the injury, but it wasn't the cause, right? We know there's causes of that injury, and both parties had that. So thank God I made a decision to go to therapy and found a therapist who I clicked with, right? And I was just able to open up with, and he really put me in positions to challenge me, to make me be uncomfortable, but to make me dig deep inside. Start looking at some of the things that I can be better at, that where I can improve. As an already good person, like straight up, good person, right? You guys know me. But when I looked deep, I found so much that I could improve on. And so how then? How do we improve on that, right? So I dove in. I started, in addition to my great therapist, I started reading and researching what the best, most successful people in the fields of happiness, of health, of prosperity, all these things, what are they doing, right? What are these successful people doing? What are they talking about? What are their big keys to their success and their health and their happiness? I also dove deep into the science. As an exercise physiologist, science matters to me. And everything that I've talked about and that we've discussed in these videos has a basis of huge physiological, scientific benefits. It's not mumbo jumbo, right? So as I started looking at these different things, I started breaking it down. What are these things that people are doing and that I can apply to my life? And then how do I kind of think about them? And it came down ultimately to behavior, number 1. Whatever our goals are, wherever we are, it's behavior. Everything we do is behavior, right? Literally everything we do. So what's behavior, and how do we change that? That was kind of the thing. And so behavior is learned, as we know. We learn everything, whether we know it or not, right? Through osmosis, through a whole other techniques, directly reading, researching stuff, just our experiences, all kinds of ways we know we learn. We have to be open to learning if we're ever going to change behavior, right? And so that was the kind of like, hey, learning's important. But then what are the things that we kind of need to learn how to do? When we're changing behavior, we have to understand that behavior is so often fueled by emotion. Almost always, right? By some sort of an emotion. So that got me thinking, what is it about emotions? We need to understand emotions are just things, right? They're just reactions from a stimulus. But we need to kind of understand that we get in a lot of trouble when we behave in certain emotional extremes. Happy, sad, angry, all of those things. We need to kind of realize that through my work, right? And so what does that talk about? That is emotional intelligence. Bam, right there. And all the most successful people in the world talk about this. The importance of having emotional intelligence, of being able to look at yourself and identify the things you do well and the things you can improve on, right? And then to be able to have the ability to try to implement those and manage those and really work on them. Implement them into your life, right? And developing that empathy for other people, because part of emotional intelligence is to be able to accept the emotions of other people calmly and with that empathy, right? And then we go into that you have to socially interact and take those skills and put them out into real life and interact with real people, because that's what life's about, right? So I knew emotional intelligence is so important, so important. So that's kind of where I went with that. That's the start of behavior. Identify and control our emotions, and then we can change those, right? From there, I went to be still. And why be still? Because life is stressful. It overwhelms us, right? It stimulates our sympathetic nervous system in fight or flight constantly. It decreases our right brain function, and we get stuck in this left brain, right? That leads to stress. That leads to inflammation. That leads to, when I say stress, mostly distress, right? Because some stress can be good. But we have also found that taking time out from that to be still really can help mitigate that, and really has physiological benefits of meditation, of mindfulness practices, right? Of visualization practices. And so taking a small amount of time to do that for yourself, so important and so beneficial. And it really helps you then get in touch with your true emotions and learn about yourself. So that time of being still is super important. From being still, we went almost to what seems like the opposite of movement, right? And movement, the first thing we're thinking, physical activity, be up, be active. Right? Exercise, find games or hobbies that are active that you like to play, right? But we can also exercise our minds, move our minds and our bodies, and that's where like being still can come in and how they interact, right? And when we have healthy outlets to burn our energy and to become stronger and better, we feel better about ourselves. And that's key to emotional intelligence, and our movement can help us learn more about ourselves, right? We need to learn to be more active. From learning, or from being active, I went to nourishment, right? And nourishment, first of all, it's nutrition. What are we eating? What are we taking as supplements? What are the things we're fueling our body with? But it's also nourishing other things like sleep, right? Developing good sleep hygiene nourishes our system. Being around good people nourishes our system, and that's our tribe principle, right? We'll get there. These are things that we can do to nourish. So it fits right in with developing all those principles before. From there, we went to give and be the giver, and you have to read The Go-Giver. And it's so true. What so many people, the most successful people in the world, again, from science up through business, they all say the same thing. Give to people, give, give, give. Don't expect to receive, but be open to it. And those who do that have infinitely more success and are happier and healthier. It's good for you. From giving, we went right to finding your tribe. How important is it to find those people, to surround yourself with those people who uplift you and you uplift them, right? Because we know we're social creatures. And we know that we're going to learn from everybody around us and everything. And we know that part of emotional intelligence and understanding that is how we interact with our tribe and with the people, right? And we know that when we have good people around us that support us, They can reduce some of our stress, help us be still. Surround yourself with people who want to move and who want to get out and be strong and healthy and vibrant. Surround yourself with people who are nourishing their body, mind, and soul. Surround yourself with tribe who give and you give back. There's your tribe, right? That's how important they are. And last but not least, like we said, fun, fun, fun. Have fun, make life fun. You can make monotonous, boring things fun. When you clean your house, dance and sing while you do it. Right? If you have to shovel the snow, like I said, dive in it and roll around. Screw it, go all out, have fun. Listen to tunes. Use it as a way to get exercise. When you have fun, you're more likely to do these things. When you have a mindset of this is going to be a fun thing for me to do and beneficial, you're going to stick to it. Not to mention having fun makes us smile and laugh. And what does that do? That releases the happy chemicals, right? The dopamine and the serotonin and the natural endocannabinoids. Ooh, that's a big word, right? It literally makes us high on our own supply. Fun. So that's how they all work together. And that is how I changed. And that is how I flipped the script. And those are the things I did when I looked way back, even to my initial weight loss journey and how I started all of this 15, 16 years ago. These are the things that ultimately, when I sat and thought about them, this is how it came out. And I feel like what is so great about these is they're not rules. They are so open and fluid. Moldable, made out of clay to fit your life and hopefully not incredibly difficult. And we have to understand that we can't do it all at one time, but we have to slowly make behavior changes one thing at a time, because that's how success happens, doing the little things and then repeating them over and over. That is how we have success. So ultimately, that's what's going on here. I'm here to help coach you, to help guide you. I am here to help you, to help empower you to apply these principles into your life. If you want to learn more about that, get in depth, get a hold of me. I'm super easy to access, right? Lennon at LYFEcastonline.com. You can message me on any of the social medias. Get a hold of me. Let's talk. Let's make this about you guys. All right. I hope that was awesome. I hope that put the three flames together and just how we nourish them and how I came up with them, really. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. I want feedback. All right, you guys. Happy New Year. Much love. There's my heart. It's kind of been like trying to get this to be the trademark. Be well. Follow, practice the principles. I'll be back. We'll be talking a lot more about them forever.